Hello everybody and welcome back to The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4. On the last episode, we defeated Shirley and Cedric, as well as his Tessarosa, which Valimar has absorbed power for. While he doesn't look any different, he did get, as he said, the ability to use Tessarosa's 1,000 weapons, which is actually awesome. Hopefully it shows. Like maybe we'll get a new art or something, like a new craft or art. One of the two. It'd be nice. But let's move forward. The current build that I have for my Divine Knights are the strongest attack one, the strongest health one, and the strongest defense one. I sacrificed that for the speed one because there's actually a typo in the attack one. And they were expensive, like 96 U materials, and then like the strongest said court. So this is 180,000 HP, which is a huge difference from 60,000 HP. It's more than double. But it says that it gives 5,400 ATS. It's attack, it's strength, and ATS, which is a huge difference in general. Because remember, I was like, they don't take much damage. I don't use power chords, but they're so bulky in this one, I have to. Otherwise, the Knights battles take so long because they don't take any damage. But it's a huge difference from 1,800, even if I had been. For the defense one, it was 2,400. Now it's 7,200, and all of these make it where CP is plus 20 at the start of the battle. So you start with basically 100 CP if you have all of them. And then the speed quartz. I don't know why anybody would use the EP and the critical. I can see it because the critical rate, 30%. It also gives strength, so it's still stronger than this one with the 30 critical rate. I can see it, but it's not as strong as having this much damage. So while I can see it, because it'll make it easier to unbalance and you do more damage at the same time. But you see how expensive they are. It would make more sense to me though if you had like per person. Oh, hey. EX order 1,000 forces. Well, what is that? What's an EX order? If you could put gems per person, it would make more sense. But I would hate it, because I would hate that only because these are so expensive. If I had to do them for a person, I would lose my mind. No, each pack from the DLC gives you 100 U materials, and those cost 96. Oh, hey. And they cost 96 per? No, thank you. I would like it for the like versatility and the use that you can make out of it, but I hate it for the cost. They would have to lower the cost drastically. Mid. That's where we're gonna have to fight them, isn't it?
Got it.
The enforcers,
Yeah.
who are hell-bent and standing in our way.
Ooh, a tough one. Jackpot.
Flash Armor OZ. It's weaker than what I have. I still will never understand how. She's actually aiming at it and it just doesn't hit. Hitboxes are just non-existent in this game right now.
It looks strong. Watch out.
I just wanted those. I'm completely disinterested in the thing. But we fought one of these early in the game. This is just a stronger one. Like, it's just a higher level one. You know it is. I'll actually make an effort to fight these enforcers. Until they piss me off. Which hopefully they don't do. But I'll make an actual like effort to take out Fool first. The reason is because I feel like he's the more annoying one. Not in terms of like strength or power, but because he can make you attack your teammates.
It's big. Let's be careful.
It's big, but that's it. Oh, a 7th full gem. That's good. Since I'm probably going to end up using him. The 7th full gem is the impede one, right? Yeah. Did I get another one of these while I was at it? I know I got one from the Diablos. I don't think I have any other casters that would benefit from this. I always do that. Like, I grind all the items that I feel like I'll need for the most of the fight. And then they have them, like, lying around at the, they have them just, like, lying around in chests throughout this dungeon.
It's a tough one. Careful.
And then I'm just like, well, that was thousands of wasted Sepith.
Oh, a treasure chest.
Callisto. Less evasion than the Z-Stragus, so I'm not gonna use them. Give him the ammo. A dragon incense, which is not bad. That's not fresh. If anything, it's curdled at this point. This thing has been here for 1,200 years ago, they said. Ain't no way there was fresh milk in that jar. I'm sure Osborne and crew did not put fresh milk in the jar. I'm sure they did not. You cannot tell me that that milk is not spoiled to all hell. Alright, me and my squeaky chair are looking forward to seeing what's gonna happen. What? The hell is that? And the crest of Ouroboros saying, a picture of the fool and Mishi. That's evil Mishi, but why would someone paint that here? And the picture is projected with magic, no less. Doesn't look like it's any craft of Airphonia, in which case... Somehow this reminds me of something we saw at the Infernal Castle 2 years ago. Zeno and Leo drew something like that there just for fun. Ah yes, I remember. Seems like forever ago. Huh, so they liked clowning around. Yeah, but this is a little different. How to put it? You can tell whoever drew this has malicious intentions. Oh, thanks, Seizure Door. Instructor. Sure, I don't mind. She's familiar with opponents we'll be facing. Fool really gets on my nerves, ever since what happened at Orcus Tower. But it's Empyreal that I have to settle the score with. Not just for personal reasons either. I'm representing the SSS-2. Their feelings toward Crossbell and determination to turn things around for the land she betrayed. Still in English. She'll be accompanied by an enforcer whose true motives are still unclear. I get that this hits close to home for you, but you have to be extra careful. Don't put yourself at risk. Right. Yeah, it's no problem at all, actually. I'll actually swap them out with Laura. Reason being, while Laura's like my main damage, other than Rian, so I'll put Eustace in the back for just now. Except his health isn't all the way up for some reason. Well, yeah. Emma, I've even switched her. I mean, Juna, I've even switched her master course. I changed it to Aegis. 95% chance of activating in battle to attract enemies' attention, which is what I wanted. Can absolute reflect when a battle begins and when HP is low. It can occur 2 times per battle. AT delay when using Earth Arts is delayed to 1/2, which is not all that important. And then I kept her with Keeper, so damage received down as HP drops. So on top of that, she has very defensive gems and great HP gems, as well as our speed gem to keep her up, and the ability to cancel. So I basically focused her purely with fits, so I don't mind that. And not just defense. ATS defense is in there too.
So you've survived the 4th rivalry after all. Color me impressed.
I guess the little prince just couldn't measure up. Given that he had the fortress's power, he should have had at least a 60% chance of winning. Oh well.
And knowing
Yeah, it
Shirley,
wasn't that
she
high.
would have gone all out when it came to battle. Well, moving on. How do you care for our artistic embellishments? We figured this place could use some touching up.
Is this all just a game to you?
You two really are the worst.
I see McBurn's not with you. Even so, I can sense him. He's waiting for us somewhere in this fortress.
My, how perceptive! Those senses of yours are impressively sharp. Perhaps it's something you picked up from being the sacrifice.
It seems like McBurn has his own things he wants to take care of. But I've gotta say, he's been real fired up since your run-in at Orcus Tower. We promise not to play too rough. If you're curious, why don't you go check up on him yourselves after we're done here? Well, assuming you managed to make it past the Jade Rook too, of course.
Your words mean nothing. You don't even have any intention of taking this battle seriously.
It sounds like they're only going to do the bare minimum to fuel the rivalry.
That's right. The more I understand how the rivalries work, the more intrigued I am. They're very well designed. They're actually the perfect reference for my Ars Magna research. So please, don't hold back. I'll need every little bit of data I can get from you.
You really are the worst.
You may be an Anguis, just like the Steel Maiden was, but you're nothing like her.
Oh my. I'm terribly sorry if I offended you. I considered dropping in to bid her farewell, but since we weren't especially close, I decided it wasn't my place. To be honest, though, I'm a little surprised McBurn didn't stop by.
Who knows? Maybe he already said his goodbyes. I'm sure our other members outside of Erebonia would have liked to pay their respects too. Oh well. That's just how things go sometimes.
I've got a question for you two.
It might be a little late to be asking, but what happened to taking back your Phantasmal Blaze plan?
Ooh.
And why would you possibly be interested in that, little SSS fangirl?
It's because the SSS got wrapped up in it that I want to know. And now that we're on the topic, there are a bunch of things I just don't get about you. You go around pressing people's buttons and making evil grins, but I don't get the feeling you're as much of a jerk as you let on. And on top of that, people say you've looked exactly the same for the past decade. What even are you?
Oh?
Could he be a homunculus like me and Milliam?
Nah. His facial expressions, the malice behind his grin, it all seems way too human. I don't get the feeling he's an immortal either.
And you, Mariabelle. Let's forget the fact that you're a scummy traitor for a moment. Why the heck did someone as self-absorbed as you swear allegiance to the Grandmaster?
I wondered that about Vita, too. And even the Steel Maiden. She was a proud knight. Why would she serve such a group?
Aren't the Enforcers free to do whatever too? If they want to leave the group, Ouroboros doesn't try to stop them at all. What kind of evil organization works like that?
The Guild's been wondering that for a while now, too. The Steel Maiden went off and did her own thing, and Sharon's quit completely.
Not just them, either. Joshua, Ren, Blue Blanc, the late Blade Lord, and one other I've heard about. If you add Vita too, then that's a lot of your group that's gone AWOL.
Yet here you are, acting like it's no big deal. This shit don't add up. Your whole group just doesn't act like a team at all. It's like... how do I put it?
Ouroboros is an organization comprised of people who work to further the Grandmaster's goals. But at the same time, your members are also part of some bigger experiment.
That's it! Wait, damn it, Egret! Why you gotta steal my thunder like that?
Wow! Those are some serious leaps of logic right there. But maybe this was bound to happen at some point.
That's right. Liberl and Crossbell's fate being swallowed by the Empire, the SSS's findings, the Gospel Plan. Anyone who cared to put together all these pieces should have been able to realize what was truly going on. But it certainly is surprising that it was you of all people who figured it out. Was it Mr. Ashen Chevalier's lessons that helped you hone that intuition?
No. To be honest, I'm just as surprised.
It actually makes perfect sense. She has the perspective of both Crossbell and the Empire, and the will to never give up.
It's thanks to both Instructor Reen's ability to bring out the best in people, and Yuna's own determination that she's come so far.
If Reen is the core of Class 7, then maybe Yuna is the bridge that links Class 7 to the world.
Whoa there! I think you're giving me way too much credit.
Too much.
I'm just trying to get as much info out of them as I can. Knowing them, they're just gonna get in our way, say something vague, and then vanish. You're standing against us right now because you feel like it. But I'm fighting back for the sake of those who believe in the future. I have no idea what Ouroboros is planning after the Great Twilight's over. But whatever it is, we'll put a stop to it. Just like we're going to stop you now!
Wow, not bad. Yuna.
You tell him, girl.
Well said. I'm proud of you, Yuna.
My, that was absolutely splendid! Yuna Crawford. I must admit, I didn't expect such a fine diamond in the rough from the city I left behind.
Of course, it was Thor's Class 7 that cut and polished her. And thanks for that excellent little speech of yours. I think I'll actually go all out for once.
My, don't hold back for my sake.
Damn it, of course they've got backup.
Brace yourselves, everyone! We're gonna have to give this everything we've got!
Let's begin, shall we? We were only planning to have a little fun with you. But seeing as you won't stop going on about togetherness and bonds, maybe it'd be fun to see what happens if I thin your ranks a little.
How about this? If you show me a good time, I'll throw in a little bonus. I'll share a juicy tidbit about the society, if you win. Only information the Grandmaster has permitted me to share, of course. I want to hear you fight, and struggle, and cry out in pain!
Are all of you Ouroboros people actually insane?
I'll give you a fight!
Class 7, prepare for battle. Don't be fooled by their tricks.
Fight them with everything you have, with the power of all our friends and allies. Right.
Welcome, one and all. Enjoy this carnival of pleasure and pain.
The harder you try, the more fun it'll be.
Let's see. How do I intend to deal with this? Okay, so those other guys aren't in the battle. Alright, how do I intend to deal with this one? What's the best course of action? I doubt much is gonna have changed. So, Divine Moon. Oh, Divine Dragon. What was I reading? Oh, I was reading Dark Moon and... ah, I like that.
Roar!
Come.
Helix strike!
Got it.
Did you just 23, 25, 60. That should be impossible.
Sneaking mission, start.
No, legitimately that should be impossible.
Time barrier! Break!
I have over 100% crit rate.
My turn. Exterminating. It's down.
They're mine!
It's my turn.
Huh? There!
What'd I tell you? Fun, huh?
Got it.
Oh, you're not getting out of it that easy.
Ha! Ha! You're done. Now.
They're mine!
I'm up! Roar! Helix strike! Now!
Attack! I'm going.
There! Come forth, my beloved creations!
It's my turn.
If that's all you're gonna do, you're gonna have a hard
Focus,
time.
activate.
There!
Prominence Nova.
Not bad.
Ooh. You're sending shivers down my spine! Witness the power of the Wellspring Alchemist!
My turn.
Why would I bother?
Now.
They're mine! Here I go!
It's my turn.
There!
My turn.
It's my turn!
My turn. Sneaking mission, start.
Answer my prayers and appear before us. Unfaltering, the lone guardian shield. Elegant, a mirror gleaming in the darkness. Shine, Palace of Eregion!
I'll show you the wonders of alchemy! Come forth, my darlings! It's time to play! Here I come! Curious? Santa! Sleep tight now!
Got it. Now.
They're mine! It's my turn!
It's my turn! Eternally flow. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. First! Second! Third! Fourth! Fifth! Sixth! Seventh! 8 leaves! Breaking dawn!
My turn. It's down. All right.
Not done yet.
Understand?
Yes.
There! Here I go! Shatter! Warhammer! All right! Let's bring out the big guns! Focusing energy. Fire! Not done yet! Go! Valiant! Charge!
Let's go. Ready? Ha! Ha! You're done. I'm going. Now.
An opening!
Let's go. Yeah. Now.
They're mine!
Let's go! Ha! It's down!
Attack. It's down.
They're mine!
I'm going. Arcus, activate.
I'm up! Ha! It's down!
Attack. My turn. Yeah.
It's my turn!
Witness the power of the Wellspring Alchemist!
Yeah!
Oh, that's just cute. So strong.
Very impressive indeed.
We won, but stay sharp, everyone.
We did it!
How'd you like that?
Dear me. How unexpected.
Oh, I even used the skills I copied from the Iron Bloods, but it didn't make a difference.
I won't let you. I'm coming too.
My. You're not as easy to shake off as those simpletons from the SSS, are you?
Come on now. Do you seriously think you can capture us?
No, I doubt we'd be able to. And honestly, I wish I could just tell you to get out of our sight.
Further, attacking wounded opponents would bring no honor.
But you said you'd give us more info. So it's time to pay up.
What the hell happened with the Phantasmal Blaze plan? Let's start with that.
Oh, fine. The truth is, the plan is still in effect. In fact, it's nearly at its end. Once the rivalry of the Seven has been completed, our objective will be met.
How come Vita wasn't even aware that your goal had changed?
Well, that's because she just wanted to lift the curse through those pseudo-rivalries she was setting up. We, on the other hand, are here to witness the reformation of the Great One. Though, to be honest, we don't actually care whether or not all its pieces stick together properly.
What do you mean?
In other words, your goal isn't to claim the two Septarians, but rather, you intend to return the power divided among the Divine Knights back to one.
And it doesn't matter to you if it's properly reformed or not?
That's right. We don't care if they disappear either, the same way the Septarian of Mirage did. Observing the path each of the 7 Septarians take when dropped into mankind's hands in this possible world. That is our goal. The driving force behind the Grandmaster's plan.
Possible world?
What the hell does that even mean?
I'm afraid those who are still bound by the shackles of this world wouldn't be able to comprehend our mission. Not everyone can be on the same level as Professor Epstein, after all. For now, don't worry your pretty little heads about it. Just focus on the rivalries ahead. Rufus is waiting for you on the top floor, by the by. Oh, and he's got Alberic with him. You might want to be careful with that one.
Great, I'm gonna be forced to use Elisa.
The Chief of the Gnomes is there too?
I'm gonna be forced to use Elisa and Rufus. Oof.
Ugh. An ion!
So they've been hiding them here in the fortress.
In all honesty, you lot aren't half bad. You exceeded our expectations, at the very least. McBurn might finally be able to accomplish his long-held plans if he's up against you guys. I'm sure he'd appreciate it if you went and paid him a visit.
Regardless of how this tale ends, Ouroboros will carry on with the Grandmaster's plan. We will soon move on to the 3rd stage of the Orpheus final plan. Who knows? I may just be lucky enough to encounter some of you again, someplace or other. Oh, and by the way, Yuna dear, would you mind passing a message from me to Ellie and your other friends at the SSS? Please tell them. We'll meet again someday. Oh, and that I'll be rooting for Crossbell's independence.
I don't know what to make of all of this. I won't lie, that was a lot of shocking information to take in. And Professor Epstein seems to be involved somehow too. To think I assumed he was simply another historical figure, famous for first harnessing orbital energy half a century ago. And what could they have meant by this possible world? Yeah, all that was really overwhelming, but the one thing I can get behind is focusing on what we're doing at the moment. I can't believe they even made sure to bring up McBurn, which means he's somewhere in this fortress just as we suspected. Well, we've got to survive whatever comes at us and live to tell the tale to the others. Looks like Yuna has a message she has to pass on. I kinda wish that she'd just tell them herself, but oh well. I can't wait to speak with Lloyd and Estelle again. That's one more reason we've got to make sure we return safely. But first, we'll have to defeat the Jade Rook and Black Alberek. Seems the elevator goes up to the top floor. Honestly, I'm surprised they gave up all this information voluntarily. Do you suppose it might be a red herring? No, I'd say it's a farewell gift of sorts. Yuna made quite an impression on them. I'm not gonna go through with it. Shut up. Let's keep moving. Are we staying or are we going? The top floor of the Imperial Fortress would be our next stage. Because I knew they were gonna go, once she said that Yuna gave them quite the impression, they were gonna start talking to Yuna. She was gonna be all Yuna about it, and then they were gonna laugh or cheer and be like, ha ha ha. No, keep moving. Well, the top floor of the Imperial Fortress will be our next stage. The 5th rivalry awaits. This game is predictable at times. It would help if I cared about that new dialogue. So let's go ahead and just quit these for a second. Peace is low too. I'm more interested in the story coming up than their casual conversation. Go high speed mode to speed this up. Faster than waiting all those turns in battle, that's for sure. These, so serious. Put Virgo back on. Honestly, I still have to put Laura to the side if that's the case. I'll switch them out. I have no interest in fully using people that I didn't have the things to build them up. I don't want to swap chords. I want each person to be built in their own way.
A spiraling pathway, just like in the Infernal Castle.
Or the Grawl.
Good. That means we only have one path. Upward.
A powerful foe. Ready yourselves.
So powerful. Ow. Hi. Oh, it must have been up. I thought I missed a chest. Ow. Why? I don't know why it just started to hurt. Ah, that's not good. This is my weak one too. Honestly, this game has two settings. Way too slow or way too fast. Like, this just feels slow,
It looks strong.
but I
Watch
think
out.
it feels slow because of how large these areas can be. They still feel smaller in some of the areas in some of the older games, but like how wide they are and everything else. But it feels like it takes a minute to get through, like from one path to the other. Like when I've stated this before. Well, I don't know actually if I ever have. They're like this isn't walking. This is like a light jog, but this is supposed to be their running. But I'm gonna be honest, it doesn't seem like you're fully running. It feels slow for a run, but this is way too fast. It's super hard to control the characters at this speed. But I'm just like moving regularly, it's fine, but you walk slower than the enemies. Your light jog is slower than the enemies.
It's a tough one. Careful.
So unless I run, I'm gonna end up being attacked by them. I see 2 doors that opened up. Open the chest and stop shooting the air, because you're not hitting those.
Treasure located.
Ah, Fenrir gem. You funny. And I'd say, it's good because you can use the slowness to take in the scenery.
That enemy's strong.
The scenery is kind of repeating itself. Ah, you funny. You like, wait! God damn it. Alright, it's probably gonna tell me who I need to have. This story is quite overwhelming, isn't it? And solemn as well. As if we enter the site of some ancient ritual. But we are. Green crow. You feel it. Yeah, they're not making secret of it. One of the two remaining shards of the great power, divided into 7, is just on the other side. Not to mention the power stolen from the Argent Knight. No doubt it's Rufus with his Auric Knight behind the door. The Black Alberic, the chief of the Black Workshop. I see. Green Crow, I understand most of the heavy lifting for this rivalry will fall to you, however. Let us help you in the preliminary battle. I knew it was going to happen. Of course, I saw that coming. Glad that you volunteered. We'd have to call the whole thing off without you. We wouldn't, though. We'll offer you our support during the rivalry, too. Yeah, let's make the worst day that... Let's make this the worst day of that rotten Governor General's life. Yes, I knew I was gonna have to grab her since Black Alberic is behind the door. They make it very obvious who's gonna end up being in the fight. You can always tell. Who do I least care about right now? It's between Yuna and Kurt. Kurt's time in the spotlight was in the last one. Yuna's was in the last fight. I hate having to like swap out my characters like Emma. But I'm not gonna use Elisa in the battle. I would prefer not to. Not that she's bad in battle. No, she's good in battle. Her skills are very useful. I don't want to use her. I haven't like built her up in a specific type. I think she would work well as a caster, but I haven't built her for that.
So, you've arrived.
Earlier than expected, too.
Yes, we've come for you, Rufus.
Did you really think those two from Ouroboros would hold us up for long?
It doesn't matter. They've fulfilled their role. The only thing we require for the rivalry is the Ashen Awakener. Everyone else is none of our concern. The Azure Awakener included. The Sword of the End still has a role to play, however. Campanella and Maribel were to thin out your ranks, but they didn't even use their ion against you. How disappointing.
How could you?
Man, say what you really mean, why don't you?
This guy has textbook villain written all over him.
Ouroboros has their own priorities, and we have ours. We can't expect outsiders to be fully invested in our plans, after all.
Yes, I suppose that's true. Their organization is only interested in observation. Further cooperation may not be necessary.
Today's just full of interesting info, huh?
That's a topic for another time, perhaps.
The wings stolen from the Steel Maiden's Divine Knight.
The Auric Knight has completely absorbed them now.
That power was rightfully won by the Ashen Knight. It should have gone to Valimar.
Rufus Albarea, Knight of Blood and Iron. The man before me is no brother of mine. Interrupting a duel at the last minute. And for your own selfish reasons. Have you no honor?
He did the same thing back when he killed Grianos at the Infernal Castle.
You're pretty messed up for someone who's supposed to be the noblest of nobles.
I can't deny it. But even so, noble blood still runs through my veins. Banter aside, I had a war to manage on top of my duties as a Knight of Blood and Iron. Surely you can't fault me for picking the most efficient course of action.
But we can, and
by
we
the
will.
way, I'm happy you were able to recover Millium, even if she is simply a projection from the sword.
How dare you!
It's okay, guys. He's not wrong, you know. Sup, Rufus? Long time no see!
Yes, you certainly surprised all of us back at the Grawl. But I'm happy, as a fellow Ironblood, that we were able to meet again. Although, I imagine my joy pales in comparison to Claire Lecter's.
Aw, don't sweat it. We didn't really have that many chances to hang out anyway.
Millium, you're definitely one of a kind.
Definitely.
I think you're being a bit too cheerful given the situation.
Sorry to interrupt, but I believe this will have to do for our banter. We should begin the preparations now. Ideally, this would have taken place during the Great Twilight's climax. But I suppose it may work out yet. Should you lose to Lord Rufus, he will obtain the Sword of the End, allowing us to be fully prepared for the final rivalry.
Sorry, but that's not how it's going to go.
You seem pretty confident that Rufus will win. No. Maybe it's not Rufus you place your faith in, but the Auric Knight.
Oh?
It's true that the Auric Knight has seemingly limitless potential, just like the Argent Knight.
You see, the Divine Knights may appear to be equally powerful, but there is a hierarchy among them. They have engaged in many battles over the past centuries, each time being wiped from the annals of history. All as practice for the true rivalry of the Seven. The only knight that did not participate was the Ebon Knight. It may interest you to know that even if a Divine Knight is destroyed, with time it will regenerate. Their awakeners, however, often end up as undead abominations. Nosferatu. Do you remember the field of endless blades you witnessed during your trial below Thor's? Each sword marked a Divine Knight's defeat, the grave of yet another of its awakeners.
I can't believe it.
So that's what they were.
In all the battles that occurred, 2 knights emerged victorious far more often than their brethren. Their strength is second only to the Ebon Knights. Surely by now you must know which ones I refer to, correct? They were, of course, the Auric Knight, brilliant as the sun, and the Argent Knight, which glows like the moon. Following them was the Crimson Demon with 1,000 weapons, the Vermilion Knight. Compared to such supremely powerful machines, the Azure, Palatinate, and Ashen Knights are nothing.
Where does this guy get off?
Kinda pisses me off to hear him trash talk Ordine like that.
It's true that the kind of energy it gives off feels completely different from the others.
And now that it has the Argent Knight's powers as well.
Precisely. You made a grave error in not properly absorbing the Azure Knight's energy. In your current state, you won't be able to make full use of the Palatinate and Vermilion Knight's powers. Frankly, I didn't have high expectations for Prince Cedric's ability to use the Vermilion Knight. It makes things more convenient for us now that you've absorbed its power as well.
It's funny how you
say whatever you want, don't you?
Exactly.
But
what
you
I was
don't have a
thinking.
damn clue what we're capable of.
You just looking
Class
at
7's been
data.
through so many crucial moments together. Everything we did in the Civil War, the Grawl of Erebos.
And in the course of those events, we lost some of our dearest friends. Yet despite that, we never gave up.
We challenged foes we had no hope of defeating, getting help along the way whenever we needed it. No matter how hard it was, and even if it was only small steps, we kept moving forward all the same.
Yeah, and the new Class 7 is following in your footsteps.
No. You've already caught up to us, Yuna. Instead of walking in our shadow, you walk with us as equals.
Optimism, perseverance,
Say that, but most of them
and
are significantly
cooperation
weaker.
Are what give us. No. They're what gives humanity true strength. Technology doesn't mean anything on its own. Without human hearts to guide it, it's nothing more than steel and circuits. Once the Great Twilight is over, you say you want to create a world ruled by the Black Workshop. But if there isn't any heart in this cold world you want to make, then what's the point?
I'm sure when you made me and Tilly, you never expected us to have feelings. But we went way beyond what you expected. We pretty much became humans.
Yes, I believe this applies to Kia as well. And it all points to one thing.
Right. We create meaning in our lives by our interactions with others. And it's the bonds between people that shape the world. The world you want to create is one completely under the Ebon Knight's control. A world where the inhabitants, like the gnomes, are enslaved to a higher power without wills of their own. Where people can't find meaning in their lives by struggling and helping each other to move forward. But is there really any meaning to a life like that?
That same tired rhetoric.
Actually, I believe I agree with that. Still, don't think yourselves unique. I have experienced my own fair share of hardship and struggle. And
Of course.
ultimately, I have no plans to serve anyone either. Not the Ebon Knight, nor Chancellor Osborne. My path is clear. I will be the one to surpass my father.
The Holy Sword of Vishnard.
That's
Yes.
one of the twin blades the Alborea family used to slay Nosferatu in ages past.
And Rufus has his other one.
Usus, you too?
Is that the other one?
Ah, so Arnaud delivered the Holy Sword of Elvars to you. This is simply perfect. We can have ourselves one more sparring match before the rivalry.
Do as you wish, but we must begin our preparations.
Zora Fowler! The original combat shell.
That's right. Even Estelle and the others had a tough time dealing with it.
It pains me to see what's become of you, Father. But I still believe in the love that you had for Mother and me. So I'll prove it. Right here and now. I'll prove to you that your love was not a lie.
Stubborn as ever, Ms. Rhineford. You leave me no... You leave me no choice but to snuff out that foolish hope of yours for good. To prove to you that my master is this world's only truth. Not Chancellor Osborne, nor the Lionheart Emperor. No, I will serve Ishmelga to the very end!
This will be it, Eustace. Your last opportunity to challenge me before I transcend humanity. Now, let us cross blades!
Wait, does he mean...
No way!
You damn fool!
Allow me to grant you eternal despair.
Now come, show us what you're capable of!
Unfortunately, my orders are going to be locked if I just do things naturally.
Yeah! Let's go!
So instead of letting that happen, I'm going to put them down.
Yeah!
My turn.
Triumph! Avalon Heart!
My turn. Alright, let's do this. Now!
Let's see if you can handle it.
Now, for the big finish! Lethal Crusade!
I'm up!
I'm not done.
Eternally flowing. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. First! Second! Third! Fourth! Fifth! Sixth! Seventh! 8 leaves. Luminous abyss!
Arrogant fools! Don't think you've won yet.
It's my turn.
What do you intend to do about it?
I leave it to you.
Fortunately for you, I'm not gonna hold back against you.
Behold, the soul of Arcane!
Sorry, Eustace.
Now!
You'll have to sit this one out. In the actual life. Battle, yeah. In the story, yeah, sure. Destroy you, brother.
Not bad at all. Show me more.
My turn. Sorry, I'll handle the rest.
Huh?
I hope you're prepared for this.
I hope you are. My first snap, getting rid of your buddy.
Impossible! Pathetic fools!
Let's go!
How many left? Only that one? should be enough.
Come through! Possible!
Let's go!
I wonder.
Yeah.
Sure, I could kill him.
Thanks. Thank you.
But I'm wondering something. I didn't think so.
There!
Thanks.
Let's go.
Thank you.
I'll handle this. It's off balance.
It's mine!
Oh, tell me something, Rufus.
Let's go!
What are your plans
Now!
Attack!
You've lost your enhancement. I'm not in the
Devour!
mood to play nice.
Dark Moon Formation!
It's my turn. There!
Are you just going to enhance again when you're able to recover? I'm mighty curious. But
Got it.
I don't think we're ever gonna find out.
Let's
Because
go.
as I said, I'm in no mood to play nice with you. Terran powder is more than enough.
Yeah.
You see, I know all too well how to manipulate this game.
Got it. Got it.
Because you see, if you have enough EP,
Let's go.
things like Chrono Bursts don't have to end.
My turn.
Which also means you can use as many turns as you want. Worth getting items up.
Thank you.
Got it.
And I have no problems with manipulating the battlefield.
Let's go. My turn.
Now,
All right.
how would you fare?
Now. Join. Now for the big finish.
Ah, I should have switched to Hughes instead of doing that. That would have been more of an insult to his pride. No matter.
Eternally flow. Form is emptiness. Emptiness is form. First, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, 8 leads. Breaking dawn.
Behold,
Wouldn't it have been great
the soul of our
if it ended
faith.
here
Now.
with Rufus? Usus? Would have been perfect.
Radiant Phoenix Blade.
I see.
I swear upon my sword, evil will not prevail.
Noble Jim. How lovely.
It's happening!
The rivalry is starting!
What's going on?
I am... No, I'm...
Father?
Alisa? What's happening? No!
I am forever a loyal servant of Ishmelga. I am Black Alberic. I have no need of you, Franz Reinfeld!
Father?
Could it be losing its hold on him?
Ah, what a pitiful sight when the puppet has been cut loose from the puppeteer's strings. Perhaps the Ebon Knight can no longer be bothered to divide its attention when the end is so near. Come forth, El Prado, the Auric Knight!
As you command.
Heed my call! Valimar, the Ashen Knight!
Come! Ordine, the Azure Knight!
Acknowledged.
This will be the last rivalry before the battle that will decide this world's fate. Once I've proven victorious here, I will hold the power of all the Divine Knights you've defeated, as well as the Sword of the End. Then, I will discard my life and become an immortal.
I knew it!
Damn it!
Finally, I will challenge my father and surpass him at long last. Only then will I be able to prove my life was worth more than that of an unwanted bastard child. I will be the one who decides the meaning of my existence!
Reen, please stop him!
I will. Just leave it to me.
He's so confident that he would already won, yet he has to rely on soldiers in battle as well. Fine then. Get out. Actually, this is a good time to think about this. Hey. Actually, he's just faster, so...
Let us bring this to a close. All of it!
We will. EX order. You can use the EX order 1000 force by pressing triangle and accessing the crafts menu. It will consume 2 BP and increase the damage dealt to enemies for 3 of your party's turns. In addition, each party member's strength and ATS will be greatly increased for time.
It's my turn!
Thanks.
All right.
Good to know.
Darkness!
Let's stop you here.
They're down! You're wide open!
Sure. It's down! It's mine!
I see!
Let's go!
Huh. Damage plus 20%. And then the strength and ATS up. Interesting. I don't think so. Let's seal you away.
Let's go, everyone!
And damage all of you.
No problem!
It's mine!
Starfall Slash!
Heaps of scrap.
You've done well, but it ends here.
I see!
Can you withstand this?
Golden Caliber!
I got this. It's down! It's mine! It's my turn. Sam! Moving out.
Here I go! Eh?
It's my turn!
It's down! An opening!
My turn. It's down! It's mine! All right!
Darkness, sunder them!
I see!
My turn. Yeah!
Thanks! It's my turn!
Now!
Let's go, everyone!
Got it!
I hear ya!
I'm in no mood to be merciful, especially to you, after everything. Rufus Alberea.
Starfall Slash!
It's my turn.
For you, no, the end is so close.
Spirit! I got this. Yeah! It's mine!
Let's go!
Yeah!
Thanks.
I'm up!
Will you stop trying that?
Healing strike! It's down! An opening!
Here I go!
My, you just don't learn.
I'm up!
Now! An opening!
Moving out.
Nah, let's just finish it.
There! Okay, all together now.
Yeah! Leave it to me! It's mine! Get back! Rebellion, sword! It can't be.
You messed with the wrong guy.
I lost.
Yes. You've been defeated, Rufus.
I had the Auric Knight, the strength of the Argent Knight, and the fortress's power. It should have been impossible for your friends to win. Eustace, members of Class 7, please, tell me why.
It's because you refuse to rely on anyone but yourself.
Yep, that pretty much sums it up. You had people you could have relied on, but you chose not to.
Despite your issues with House Albarea, your bond with Eustace was real at least. But still, you shut him out. You chose to walk this path all by yourself.
And you didn't even rely on the other Ironbloods. That's the legacy you've made for yourself. Being just too good to need anyone else.
And a mindset like that, it's just not healthy at all. You've pulled string after string to keep Crossbell under your thumb. But that was only a temporary measure. What kind of future would that lead to?
Yes. In governing Crossbell, you relied mainly on deception and force. Though they served you well the past few years, they are brittle tools that break easily. You can't rely on them forever.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
No matter your methods, there is only so much you can accomplish alone.
Yep. Your approach is pretty much the opposite of Prince Oliver's.
It's true.
I can't argue with that. At least, contributing to the formation of Class 7 was one of the few things I can be proud of. I imagine that once I fall unconscious, you'll discover the fortress's garden has changed. There, you'll find a path to the very core of this fortress. The blazing demon waits for you. He will be your most difficult battle yet. Prove to me you have the strength to see this through to the end. And what lies beyond is the final rivalry. To think it's nearly over after all this time. In the end, I was nothing but a fraud. Inferior in every way to their real sons.
We'll take care of it from here. Please rest, brother. However, before you do so, I need to knock some sense back into you.
Go on then.
Looks like it's finally over now. Yes. I've been balling this up for so long, but now I've told him everything that needs to be said. That must be a relief. Yeah, I bet that took a real load off of you, huh, Eustace? To all of you. You have my sincerest thanks for your help. I wouldn't have been able to come here and confront Rufus without you. Of course. Oh, look who's gone all humble on us now. It's all the more precious for how rarely we see that side of him. That's Eustace for you. We really should have recorded that for prosperity. Don't you think that's kind of harsh? I don't think he's that standoffish. You don't know him as well as we do. Alright, you guys. Alright, you guys are just teasing him now. That aside, I can't help thinking about Alberic's near change of heart back there. Almost. He was close to breaking free of Ishmelga's influence. We saw Fran's ride for transformation into Black Alberic ourselves through the spectral moon mirror, however. Today's battle gives some hope that it can be reversed. Maybe. I'm wary of being too hopeful. It could hurt too much if it turns out to be impossible. Let's not talk about it now, but there's one more rivalry to clear, and another obstacle before that. Yeah. McBurn was already a pain to begin with, but now with that other form you've seen, he's straight up a monster. We might really have to rely on a Divine Knight or two if we want to get past him. Really? He's not even an Awakener, and he's packing that much of a punch. It may seem against the code of chivalry, but in his case, we've got to throw everything we have at him. We'll do what it takes. I think we're all pretty exhausted right now. Let's take a break in the garden first. We've been promised a new pathway from there as well. Why don't we see what that's all about, huh? Malamar and Ordine deserve a rest too, after everything. I appreciate the sentiment. We'll go ahead and teleport to the camp. I'm surprised they didn't lock my orders. It's probably because of how beat down they were by the time they got to that spot. But, shoot. Because, you know, all the Iron Bloods can do that. I think Rufus did it. Did he? I actually don't know. Did Rufus ever do that? I actually don't know. Everyone look. It's changed. Only slightly. Just the thing in the center is lit up. This one will take us to the core, huh? Seems like it. It looked like a black dome from the outside. It should be the last sector of the fortress. And Ouroboros' Enforcer number 1, the Blazing Demon, awaits us there. Not just him either. We're almost there. Get some rest before we head out. It's going to be intense. We should eat too. Best to go in on a full stomach. It might be a good idea to inspect our equipment and make sure everything's in working order. Indeed, everyone be certain you are prepared before we make our departure. Oh, I'm excited. I think I'm going to take a break and get some lunch. Dinner. It's that late. Before I go on about this. Oh, there's the thing. I'm like, where's the thing? The thing is right here. But, alright. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, get something to eat, and then we're gonna finish this. Well, I think we might, depending on how long it takes, we might just fight McBurn, and then before the final battle, you know, you know how it is. But alright. But that's all the time we have for this episode of The Legend of Heroes Trails of Cold Steel 4. If you like this episode, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next episode.